that got abused by their
16,001 per hour. Someone knocked my door and she said like there's a fire, we have to get out.
Please introduce yourself to our subscribers,
Okay.
our viewers.
So nice to meet you. My name is Goundo. I'm from France and I'm living in Korea since 6 years. And I'm a nanny housekeeper. Nice to meet you.
Was it hard getting this visa?
Yes, it's hard. So first of all, you have to check on the foreigners group on Facebook or any networking. Is there like some family able to sponsor the visa? Because they have to be on higher degree and income, and only foreigners can sponsor the visa. The Korean is not able to sponsor this one. And since you found the family, so you have to check with the immigration if all the documents, the process is good, and it takes around 1 month and a half to get the visa, but you have to go abroad to make an appointment with the embassy. So in my case, I went to Tokyo, the Japanese, Korean embassy in Japan, and it took 1 week to get my visa, and then I came back to Korea and start my job.
So do you have any problem to writing in Korea or access? So there's administrative procedure.
All the procedure will be done by the family who sponsor, and you just get them the document and they will go to the immigration. And when all the form is finished, they will just give you like visa insurance number later, and with that number you have to show in the embassy and give your passport and all the documents to process the visa. But you don't need to go by yourself in the immigration. Only when you come back to make your ARC card, and that's it. And every year you have to renew this visa.
Interesting.
Before F1, so what types did you have visa?
Mine is F122.
F122. So before F122.
I was in F121, it's like the same but with diplomat.
Okay.
And before that?
Before that I was in the working holiday, H1.
H1.
Okay. And then, so working holiday, the visa, and you could change.
And then I heard about this visa, so I got with the diplomat, and then with the family I'm working actually.
Okay. So working holiday
Yeah.
and housekeeping.
Yes.
Obviously, housekeeping is better than working holiday in terms of
Because working holiday is just like 1 year, and you don't have a job that you have to also find a job by yourself, but just like a part-time. And after 1 year you have to leave Korea. Only if you got like a sponsor.
Okay.
So you can change for E7 or what you want, student visa.
I see.
But nanny housekeeper is like a working visa. So at least since you got this visa, you can stay how long as you want. Like if the family wants you to stay 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, you can stay.
Interesting. Was it hard actually finding a family that would sponsor you?
Yeah, I was looking like almost every day and networking, asking my friend or some other family. I was a babysitter if they know family who able to sponsor. And by one of my friends, she introduced me this family, and I got the job.
Oh, interesting.
But the first sponsor, they post on like Facebook. They are looking for a nanny. So I went to the interview, and then they told me they can sponsor actually because with the embassy, it's possible to have a nanny full time.
So you went to Facebook, did networking with your friends, but
Yeah.
are there any websites or maybe official agencies that do that?
No, they don't. They have some, but they are scammers, so I don't come them. They ask you to pay, then they pretend to help you to find a sponsor, but they just take your money and disappear.
Interesting.
So you already have very experience on the agency.
And I tried some agency before because first I didn't know there was like a scammer, but when I saw like they won't ask like your ARC or your passport like private information, and they didn't even start to get like information about like what kind of visa you can do, your degree. They didn't ask. It's just like money and give the passport. So that's why I just like stopped the process and did by myself.
Yes, true.
Also, can we ask you, why did you choose Korea specifically? Why not any other Asian country?
So I've been like almost like 6 countries in Asia a long time ago, but the first one I visited is Korea. So I came like 10 years ago, and I found like a website. You can have like Korean family during 1 month or 2 months. It depends how long you want to stay, and they will introduce you like the Korean culture and try to help you if you want to visit some place. So they will introduce also like some friends or family who can go with you if you are like scared to visit alone. And I keep in touch with this family.
I see.
And then a few years later, I got like a scholarship to study 3 months here in Korea. It's like a French association in Paris. They help the Korean who want to find their family here, like long with adoption. And they also take like some random people if they want, but with the interview first. And they ask like why you want to come to Korea, what you want to do. And then if you are selected, they will pay 3 months scholarship in like a Korean university. Just you pay your flight and your apartment, and then you can study. So when I did that in 2017, I really like it, like to be a student. I practice my Korean with new people and everything. So when I came back to my country, I decided to save money and come with a working holiday.
Do you think Korea is better than France?
You can go like very quickly. Like even I do some interviews sometimes, and the same day they said like, "Can you start tomorrow?" Or like very quick. Like, but in my country, when you do, you have to wait like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like to get the job. Only if like it's only some alba, you can do fast. But on the company or as other jobs, you have to wait like very long. But here I was like very quick. Even today, I do the interviews the next day or the same day, I can start the jobs, something like that.
Can we ask you about your working conditions? Are they good or do they depend on the sponsor?
This family is very nice because they are like very kind with me, and I have sometimes I can manage my schedule by myself.
Okay.
They don't give me like a schedule like every day you have to do it. Of course, I have tasks, but even if I didn't finish, they are not like pushing me to do it like the right away. Like even the next day or the few days later, it's done and the baby she's fine, takes the bath, nap, going to school, they are fine.
Great.
They don't really very hard with me.
Okay. Are there any regulations on nanny's working conditions in Korea? Like regulations on that. For example, can government come and check whether you're fine or not? Whether they need you or not? Something like
With
that.
my visa, no, but for the new E9, I heard like about like the Filipinos nanny who came in, so they are like in kind of information. I don't really know. I saw on the news.
Okay.
So they check their condition, but for me, no one come to check.
So there's no really safety for you working.
Yeah, like actually, if something happened, I don't have like. I'm lucky that the family is fine, but I mean, if it was not safe, like I just have to keep the job. But if I keep the job, I lose the visa.
Have you heard any stories from your friends or maybe people that you know that got abused by their families?
On Facebook groups, a lot, but they post on anonymous. So we cannot know who's the family, everyone, but they report.
Do you think another person is doing housekeeping in Korea?
Yes, they do.
So many rich countries, so friends.
European, Asian countries also. Even some American who's like English teacher or something like that. They do like a part-time babysitting, like to have more money.
So it's in their mother language.
Yeah, right.
The salary is good.
So
what is the market
it's
price?
16,000 won per hour. But some family pay more, like 20,000 won is different, but usually it's 15,000 won.
15, so how many hours?
For my case, I work just 6 hours per week. Every day, 6 hours.
Every day,
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Every 6 hours, do you think this enough for me?
It's not enough, but like they allow me to do other babysitting on my free times.
Okay.
So on the weekend, I can do babysitting with other families.
How do you find housing in Korea? Housing conditions in general.
I got many trouble with that. So when I was under my working holiday, I was living in Goshiwa. And one day, like when I came back from my job, It was a fire. I was sleeping actually, and someone knocked my door and she said like there's a fire, we have to get out. And after we noticed like someone was smoking in the kitchen because we have like a woman floor and men's floor, but we have only one kitchen. And then like someone smoked and the cigarette like burned in the kitchen, so it was on fire. And the landlord didn't give me back my 1 month rent. He promised to give, but he said no. And even like the small deposit we put on the room, he refused because he said like it's because of someone who didn't respect the share house, the Goshiwan rules. That's why he cannot refund. But he said like if we want to stay, he can give 1 month free. But I was traumatized with this accident, so I just would like to take my money and move to another place.
So before you stay in Goshen, you didn't check any contract with him?
I did a contract with him, but he said like we didn't. I don't want to refund. Like if you want to stay, just you have 1 month free, and after you can start to get paid again to pay the rent. But I said no. I just want like you give back my deposit and go. But he refused.
Okay, so he refused your deposit.
Yeah.
Is there any term, any condition on the deposit or contract?
No.
Is there any difficulty, any challenge
Oh no.
using the smartphone?
No, just like when I use some app, like coupon or everything, like sometimes I don't understand, so my friend helped me.
Could you tell us more about your educational background and why it doesn't recognize here?
So my first degree is relative to the graphic design. So I got this degree in Paris, and after, because I didn't get a job, I became a social worker. So I have a social worker degree. And when I came here, so I tried to get like some social worker jobs. I was working with UNESCO. They did like some cultural program for foreigners to introduce the culture. And they said maybe they can sponsor a visa later, but they cannot. It was just like a volunteer. And then I give up because only the few jobs I found for social workers, they said they don't take foreigners, only Korean. So I give up. And I just do like cleaning and babysitting jobs like that.
Okay.
But I got like the issue for my degree when I tried to get the Oasis startup visa. I did like the online class because it was during the pandemic. And during like 4 months, I did all like the steps, Oasis 1, 2, and 4. And they said when I finish everything, if I have my business plan and I know what kind of business I want to do, I can apply for the startup. It's 2 years.
Okay.
And I can switch to the business visa after the 2 years.
Okay.
So I tried to do that, and I did like networking, and also with the Global Center. I got like the helping with a worker who knows the Oasis startup. But he told me if the immigration refuses with my degree, I can have like a recommendation later. Because it's like if your degree is not recognized, if you have this recommendation, you can apply for the visa. So I tried to get it, but they said they give only who's doing like IT, high technology engineer, but I'm just like an illustrator. So they refused to make my recommendation. They told me you can do like a website. I did the website, they said it's not enough. I did a mobile application. They said also because I didn't make the coding and the programming, because it's like a platform, you paid and you can make your own app or website as you want. But they said I didn't do like the process by myself, I do like on platform. So it's not like my technology like that. And they refused to give me, so that's why I didn't got my startup visa. And I go back to the babysitting nanny housekeeper.
Okay. So to get a startup visa, you first need to prepare the documents.
First you have to do Oasis class.
Oasis class.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about it?
So the Oasis class is like a program, is for free. Only foreigners can apply. So you have to make the online or offline class. They will teach you step by step how to make a business in Korea.
Interesting.
Yeah. And when you finish the step 1, so they will give you like the Oasis 1 certificate. After you do like the second one, and is that 1 to 9, but you don't need to do all because it depends. Like if you want the G8, G9, or G10 2, the startup visa is a G10 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would like to go. That one is like a incubation startup, and then you can switch for the G8 later. Yeah. Because for the D8 you need like a lot of money to invest. If you don't have that money, for free you can do like the startup visa. You just have to renew every 6 months. You have to show like you are still going your business and you will do it. And if the immigration check everything is fine, so you can continue. But if they notice you just got the visa and you do nothing, they will not renew. But you can renew like for 2 years. But every 6 months you have to go to the immigration and prove you are doing your business.
I see. So after you got the class done,
Yes.
what is the next step?
So when you got everything, so you have like to show your bank account, the business plan, fill the form, and show 6 million in your bank account. Like you are able to survive in Korea because under this visa you cannot have a job. You can only live with your saving money or your business, your investment or something like that.
Okay.
And then you apply and the immigration will check your project. If everything is fine, they will give you the visa. If not, they will refuse, so you have no visa.
So as far as I understand, not all projects get approved.
Yeah, you can, because as I said, like you can do what you want, but any kind of visa startup, but the immigration will check. So if they don't really like your project or if they think it's not possible to do it, they will refuse to give you.
Interesting.
Do you think Koreans immigration is too strict or
They are very strict.
very strict
Yeah.
compared to which country?
I mean, in my country also they are strict also, so but I didn't deal with my immigration, so yeah. But here I went many times try to find some solution and always it was yeah.
So you mentioned you tried to Japan.
Yeah.
Japan is more strict or is
It's difficult because first you have to got like a degree and the course like the language Korean, Japanese. And after you have to find of course a company to sponsor you, so it's like very difficult. Yeah.
okay. What about China? China's
I've been to China, but just for like a cultural Chinese class. Because in France I was in association. It's like Chinese association, and every year, if you are a student with the association, you can go abroad with them. So we went 1 month in China, and 1 year later we went to Taiwan. So we were students in the Chinese school. So during the day we do like calligraphy, learn Chinese, and afternoon we are going visiting museum or we have like free times. But it was like is that the schedule? So you have to follow the teacher, everyone. You cannot go by yourself like that. So I did that, and so I asked my teacher, "Who is like to do in Japan, in China, if I can get a job here?" And she said that you have to have good Chinese or English has to be good. And after the visa also is kind of complicated.
So how do you find things in Korea? Do you like it more than in France or other countries?
Actually, I like Korean food, but the problem is I'm Muslim. So I cannot eat pig, and also my stomach is very sensitive, so I cannot eat spicy food. So most of the food here is like spicy. So always I have to check if it's not spicy and if they have pig or not, like that.
Okay. What do you usually do in your free time?
So I go on coffee shop, shopping mall, festival, K-pop concert, everything I found. K-beauty event.